Today I'm going to talk to you about how to create calligraphy with a marker like this Crayola marker. I was really excited when I figured out you could do calligraphy with these because they're so cost effective. This was 10 cents at my local grocery store and they're internationally available. So I just want to show you the stroke contrast here. It's really cool because you don't apply very much pressure and you get this nice thin upstroke. And then when you apply the pressure, you get this thick downstroke. Now if you compare that to this more expensive Tombow marker, you can see that the upstrokes are just about the same. The downstrokes with the Tombow are just a little bit thicker, but really considering the price difference between these two markers, this is a steal. So how do you write with it? First, you just remember to not apply very much pressure when you are pushing your pen up for an upstroke. So you're going to start at the bottom, take a deep breath, make sure you're relaxed because the more tense you are, the shakier you're going to be. And then you just push up and you get this nice thin stroke. Now you'll notice that when I make upstrokes, my pen is at more of an upright angle because I want to make sure that only the tip of the marker is making contact with the paper. I don't want any area around the tip to be making contact because that will give me a thicker upstroke than what I'm going for. Now in contrast with the downstroke, instead of holding my marker completely upright, I'm going to turn it very slightly so I have more of a chance of getting all of the side of the nib to write on the paper. So I've turned my marker slightly and then I pull down and I get that nice thick downstroke. And then for horizontal strokes, you're going to use the same amount of pressure as you do for the upstrokes. So these strokes are important because every single letter in the English alphabet, the Roman alphabet I suppose, are formed from these strokes. You know, you either have a stroke going up, down, or over. So once you master these strokes, you can write any letter. The trick with this marker is definitely going to be picking up your pen. So you can see that in the brush pen calligraphy core worksheet, you've got all these letters with numbers, and these numbers tell you exactly when to pick up your pen. That becomes incredibly important with these markers because it's a little bit difficult to transition from a very thin stroke to a thick stroke. And if you pick up your pen, that transition is going to be so much easier. So let me just demonstrate on this A. This is going to be very little pressure. And then it would be difficult for me to maintain contact with the nib and the paper and transition into this thick downstroke. So I pick up my pen and then I just write where I left off, pick it up again, and then end with this horizontal stroke. So that's how you're going to do letters, is just, you know, make sure that you're picking up your pen a lot. Even if you don't have this worksheet, at transition points, pick up your pen, just like in words, you can see that you've got the same thing here. You pick up your pen at junctures. So let me clarify that just a little bit. Let's say that we are writing the word love. So I'm going to make my L here. And then at this point down here, it's difficult for me to transition into the thin stroke that's going to make the O. So I pick up my pen and then start again. Stop here because this is going to transition into a thick stroke. Then stop here. And you can see that I'm just picking up the marker quite a bit so I can achieve a nice stroke contrast. And you really can't tell where I picked up the marker. It all just blends in, which is what's really nice about writing calligraphy with these. So the secret to mastering calligraphy with markers like these, Crayola markers or another brand, is practice. You can either practice with a worksheet or I've got some free drill sheets that you can use. Another really great way to practice is by making projects that you like mail art, The best practice is practice that you enjoy. Just don't get discouraged, make sure you're regulating your pressure, and have fun.